Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. Subscribe to this channel if you not like this video, and comment down below. Let me know if you a fan of Young Dolph. Let me know if you a fan of Gucci, man. Let me know where y'all from, who you rocking with. Let's get right into it, man. I told y'all, man. Lil Migo got his chain snatched. This the second time he's been ran up on this season, man. Look, man, they was looking for him. The fact that he got into it with Grovehero know people. He's been in Memphis all his life. He's been right there in Ridge Grove and everything like that. So you know how many people is going to slide for him? You know how many people is going to slide for Dolph? It's crazy out here, man. And so once they knew for a fact that Big Jook and Lil Migo was connected with Black Youngster and CMG and yogotti and putting money on Dolph's head, that's when grovehero took it to the next level, and he pulled up on Lil Migo. That first time he smacked him. This time, Migo came back to Memphis, and Memphis is such a small town. It's like everybody knows everybody. So somebody pointed out, seeing Lil Migo, and then that's when Jizzle came up, and everybody found out about where he was. They pulled up on him deep, and basically demanded the chain that they snatched off his neck is the one that moneybaggyo, the one that yogotti, Black Youngster, had made for him. Because you know that Lil Migo is signed under Black Youngster. But Black Youngster and all of them, they got all their money coming in from yogotti. So whenever they had to go make that Lil Migo chain, they had to go with Gotti and Black Youngster together. So basically, that's one of Yogotti's chains too, because of the fact that they all underneath CMG. And so they calling yogotti trying to get the chain back. But the thing is he's not Jay Prince. He's never gotten a chain back like that. And it's like a lot of people in Memphis, they rocking with Dolph. So they're like, you know what? They okay with the fact that Lil Migo got his chain snatched, because everybody been realizing, all y'all been realizing that CMG is like on a downward spiral, basically. They can't keep up with 1017. They couldn't keep up with Dolph. And all those issues, the jealousy, the baby mama drama, and then now they get their chain snatched. You see how it's going on. You see how the whole karma situation worked, to where, okay, so they know for a fact that Lil Migo and Black Youngster has something to do with it. That's why they've been on them. They've been on their tail. They've been looking at everywhere they go. They've been watching them, basically, because they know that eventually either they're going to get caught up in the streets or they're going to get caught up by the CMG Rico. And so that's why they're trying to, you know what? They're trying to handle it in their own way in the streets first by getting the chain, because the people that actually took his chains, the dudes that took his chains at first, yeah, they didn't pop out and say anything when the Dolph stuff happened. They sat back and waited. Maybe they wasn't even free at the time. Maybe they was somewhere else, you know, laying low. Now it's like a year later, once they figured out that Big Jook was out and he was going to tell on all the CMG before they start locking him up and feds sweeping Memphis and everything, they were like, okay, well, you know what? Lil Migo just got this big old chain, and I'm sure some of that bread came from the fact that they had to do the whole plot and his cut from whatever his, the info that he done gave, or the whatever assistance he done gave to the whole CMG, to the Dolph thing, and that whole plot setup. But whatever bread he got, he decided to go flex his chain. The one thing is, you do not flex your chain to a lot of people who's still hungry in Memphis like that, because he showed, he's still walking around Memphis like he can't get touched, and he got this big old chain on worth $200,000. Somebody's gonna come up and they're gonna want that, because they ain't got it like that. They ain't got it like that, or they gonna be like, you know what? This dude don't deserve to have it, because of the whole Dolph situation and their involvement. Like, they really should have been already got confronted and dealt with about this whole situation, about them having something to do with putting the money on Dolph's head. Like, this dude, Big Jook, literally like drives around Lil Migo. That's his management. Because when Black Youngster's not around, because Black Youngster is always in hiding, or he's always getting in trouble because of the previous situations where he done ran into the law so many times. He got caught for the Young Dolph 100 shots like in Charlotte. Not only that, but way more, plenty of stuff, right? And so it's like, when Black Youngster not around, that's when Big Jook and Lil Migo will be riding around. So they had probably discussed and been together around that time where the whole Young Dolph situation is going on. Because if you really pay attention, open your eyes and look at what's really going on, you will see that all the CMG people was close together and talking in secrecy and trying to plot something. Like they had some big move coming right when the Dolph stuff was happening. That whole entire weekend, the 2 days that the Dolph family said they ain't see him, but you see all the CMG people in the restaurant, like, what are they doing? They never come in like that. So you know for a fact at that time that they was discussing something, and maybe that's when people started figuring out, oh, they starting to put money on dude's head. Because that's what was going on when you fresh heard the news. You said people was talking about how you heard about is money on Dolph head. And so the fact that they got the money and they was talking and didn't like Dolph, it's like, who else was going to do it? And then now you see that they trying to come out and still flex with the chains and disrespecting and like doing all that back and forth with grovehero, Dolph's people, not showing them not showing up to the memorial for Dolph. They never paid no tribute. They never sent no type of condolences because of the fact that they on the other side is not, they don't rock with Dolph. So that's why a lot of this bad stuff as karma is happening to them due to the fact that they getting exposed, and finally the things that's done in the dark is coming to light just due to the fact that they getting themselves caught up in all these things by trying to go around and flex the jewelry when they know that people in their own city not really rocking with them like that. So what do you think is going to happen? People don't rock with CMG no more in Memphis, and that's why the CMG members out there getting their chain snatched in Memphis or wherever they at, because people starting to realize that, oh, okay, they moving around like super sloppy, like Lil Migo and them, they ain't got no bodyguards, nothing like that. So it's like, if they involved, they should have never got themselves too close to the Dolph situation. That's why he shouldn't have even been anything tied up with Black Youngster. They should have never went with CMG, because look what it got them. You see how the people coming out now and they starting to get targeted for their chains getting snatched because of the fact that their scores to settle. People want to settle the score and they want to up the score and everything like that. But at the end of the day, y'all got to watch out, because you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. They wanted to do all that and being against Dolph, and they wanted to, claim CMG, hang with Black Youngster, do all that talking to grovehero, do all that talking to all the fans in Memphis. And then you see what happens. This is the result from it. They did all of that. They thought no one was going to touch him. They thought no one was going to pull up on him. But then you fast forward, and then recently now, yeah, they get all of their chains snatched. All of that money gone, lost, whatever they done spent on it. Now they got to go and get it back. And now it's going to humble them to where they might stay out of the limelight and be laying low and just be chilling in the studio getting their bread instead of trying to run around in the streets flexing all this jewelry when they can't take it with them at the end of the day. You can't take none of this with you. So don't be over glorifying the jewelry thinking that you have to be like them and get the biggest chain or else you're not successful. Like, nobody, at the end of the day, nobody really cares about chains. That's just a distraction. That's just a trick for you to spend all your money so that you don't get the actual things that you need. That way they have you in this whole loop of trying to please somebody else and make it look like you cool to somebody else. So don't waste no bread on some chains like that to all end up getting it snatched, lost, or missing. At the end of the day, it's only when they have it busted down like that, it's only worth so much. So it was really just a bad move and bad call. And just they was lacking for them to be able to get to their chain and actually snatch it. Like whatever they was doing, people caught on, man. And so the fact that these dudes don't ride around with no security, they can't afford the security, but you go and buy the chain like that, that's crazy, because he should have had something like more regular. Like he should have just had a small piece, and then he could have spent his bread on getting legit security, like where anywhere he goes, nobody's going to be able to come up and smack him, and no one's going to be able to come up and try to take his jewelry, take his chains, his watch, and anything like that. So at the end of the day, man, subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.